Newsblack JM, with the news, "What wrong with you people that you don't give life but you are taking it away from people," said the people. Israel on Monday launched its most intense military operation in the occupied West Bank in nearly 2 decades. Carrying out a series of drone strikes and sending hundreds of troops on an open-ended mission into a militant stronghold. At least 8 Palestinians were killed and dozens wounded. The crackdown was reminiscent of Israeli military tactics during the Second Palestinian Uprising in the early 2000s and came at a time of growing domestic pressure for a tough response to recent attacks on Israeli settlers, including a shooting last month that killed 4 Israelis. The operation took place in the Jenin refugee camp, an area in the northern West Bank that has long been known as a bastion of militants. The fighting, which began shortly after midnight, continued past nightfall. Throughout the day, black smoke rose from the crowded streets of the camp, a densely populated neighborhood that is home to some 14,000 people. While exchanges of fire rang out and drones could be heard buzzing overhead. Military bulldozers plowed through narrow streets, damaging buildings as they cleared the way for Israeli forces. There are bulldozers destroying the streets, snipers are inside and on roofs of houses. Drones are hitting houses and Palestinians are killed in the streets, said Jamal Huwail, a political activist in the camp, predicting the operation would fail. The military blocked traffic in and out of Jenin, and the city resembled a ghost town. Streets were empty as armored Israeli vehicles patrolled. Piles of burning tires and garbage containers littered traffic circles. Power and water supplies were knocked out in the camp. Palestinian youths occasionally threw stones at army vehicles before darting away. With the sound of shooting and explosions in the background, at least 10 ambulances rushed to the overwhelmed local hospital as relatives checked to see if loved ones were inside. One ambulance arrived with a bullet hole in front. The Palestinians and 3 Arab countries with normalized ties with Israel, Jordan, Egypt and the United Arab Emirates, condemned the incursion, as did the 57-nation Organization of Islamic Cooperation. Late Monday, the Palestinian leadership in the West Bank held an emergency meeting and said it was halting its already limited contacts with Israel. Leaders said a freeze on security coordination would remain in place, and they vowed to step up activity against Israel in the United Nations and international bodies. They also plan to minimize contacts with the United States. I'm Ariel Brooks, for Newsblack JM.